I keep hearing a lot of great videos out there that are especially made by men that make great points. They sound good, they're put together really, really well. Like you got the icing on the cake and it is perfection. But if you go a little bit deeper, a lot deeper, all I hear is fear. That's it. At the core is fear. Because men are made to conquer. You are made to rise above. You are meant to face challenges head on. And yet, when it comes to a little sweet thing called love, you crumble. You crumble. But you build empires. You make great businesses. You do things to perfection. You believe in accountability. But when it comes to this thing called love, you cower. And I want you to step up your game. And I want you to step up your game because I feel like, actually, I know you will not reach the heights that you are meant to reach without that other person, without love, without taking a chance. You take risk in every area of your life. Bungee jumping, climbing a mountain. You do all these things. Let me start a business. Let me try a new thing. Let me conquer it. Let me be great at that. But when it comes to that little thing called love, somehow you crawl into a hole. And that's not meant to shame anyone, but it's meant to elevate you because I think you have more in you. I think you need to give yourself more credit. I think you need to step it up because you can. And I believe in you. I really do. I think some of you are aiming way too low when you should be aiming for the fences because you are capable. You are worthy. You are worthy of love. And yet I see men very freaked out by it. But we got to start tweaking that. We need to get to the core, to the root of what is the actual problem. So, like I said, I see these beautifully made videos that are wrapped in bows, but all I hear is, let me convince other men to not mate because I don't feel comfortable mating. So I'm coming up with all of these excuses and reasons. And do you want to have to pay child support? But is that you? Are you paying child support? A lot of these guys aren't. You say you want to be great, but you cannot be as great as you were made to be if you do not conquer this fear of love. Love is peace. Love is beauty. Love is happiness. Love is working out some areas of your life that you can't work through or work out if you don't connect with this other person. So you've got masculinity, but you need to connect that with femininity because it's going to elevate you to heights that you never thought you could reach. Love could be the very reason why you explore your fearful avoidant attachment style so that you can stop feeling that fear of abandonment. Sometimes we don't give men permission to talk about what it is that's really going on. What is driving you to convince other men that they shouldn't be with the person that was meant to be with them? There is a soul that has been placed on this earth that is specifically for that person. And so when you harp on things like child support, you don't want to have to pay child support. Is that a logical reason to not become enamored with your soulmate, with a height of happiness that you didn't even know you were capable of feeling because you connected with this person? Who says that you're going to have to pay child support? How do you know that that's your future? Is that the way that we conquer goals? Do you conquer goals in your business ventures or at work? Is that how you set up a goal? So if you were to set up a goal that way, then you need to also conquer those irrational beliefs. So if you start with a goal, a business goal, like, okay, these are the statistics that show that lots of restaurants fail, then you want to research, okay, why do those restaurants fail? What are the things? Is it location? Is it the type of foods? What foods are people most drawn to? What am I good at? What am I not so good at? What other things can elevate it? Can it be the desserts? Can I sell special drinks? So you want to look at marriage and relationships that way. Like, what are the things that cause people to fail? It could be that you don't know the love languages. Those are easy to learn. I need to do a video on those. Learn those love languages so that you have something to hold on to, so that you have some things to try. Like, okay, is she moved when I buy her gifts? Is she moved when I do acts of service, like when I carry heavy things for her? What things does she like, and what things do you like? Your person is going to want to do all the things that you love. They're going to want to make you happy. They're not setting themselves up to be miserable or to frustrate you. They want to know, what do you love? What makes you tick? What can I do to elevate you and help you to feel good? This is not somebody that is coming to set you up to fail. This is someone who wants to set you up to succeed. What can you do so that your relationship is more successful? So we talked about love languages. You got to get in there and figure out what your attachment style is. Because like, if you're fearful avoidant attachment style, then you've got two things working inside you at the same time that are fighting against you. One is going to be anxious, like you're feeling clingy, you're feeling afraid that the person is going to leave you or let you down. So then you tap into your avoidant side and you feel like running, because at the core of fear in a relationship is control. How much control do I have over this other person? I can control me, and some of the things that you may do in the name of control could be very, very toxic and also unnecessary, because you're trying to feel okay. You're trying to manage an attachment style that you haven't figured out yet at its root, at its core. So you got to do the work, because it's not fun to live a life where you are running from a relationship, where you are running from something that was meant to be a good thing, a beautiful thing, a healthy thing, a normal thing. You don't want to run from that your entire life. You want to face it, because nobody feels good when they're avoiding something that could be amazing. So spending a lot of times making videos convincing people why they should never get into the relationship, I want to challenge you to challenge your listeners to get into a relationship. And here's why. Because it could change your entire life. It could elevate you. You can face things that you're afraid of. This person could be your number one ally, your number one partner, the person who sees you for who you are, sees you for the handsome, amazing person that you are. They're your cheerleader. They're rooting for you. That's what they want at the core. So I want to challenge you to take a deeper look at yourself. So instead of saying, oh, this woman's going to take me to the bank, what if she's not interested in your money? What if she doesn't give two shades about that? Those are just excuses. The majority of women want someone that they can partner with, enjoy, have fun with, seek new ideas with, validate with, get validation from, have fun with, enjoy, and have a great life with. That's most people's goal, is they want to have someone who they really understand, and it's your special person who is there to build you up, help you when you're down, somebody that you can tell your deepest, darkest secrets to. Like, this is a fun, good thing. We got to stop telling people all the terrible reasons why they shouldn't be in love or try to find love, because you're telling them to play it safe, and you only get one life to do this. So playing it safe, how about lace yourself with information that will help you? So we know that control is a factor. I want to be in control, and I don't know what this person is going to do. I don't know how they're going to act. So now I'm going to act out and try to control this person and start fights and start arguments so that I can be in control of the situation. But at the same time, you're doing damage. So we have to learn how to listen to each other, be good listeners, hear each other out, treat each other with respect, do things that add romance. You got to put in the work. If your boss told you to take some extra steps to make something great, no doubt you would do it. You would jump hoops to do that. We do that every day. When you are single and you're having to do every chore yourself and every meal yourself and pay every bill yourself, that can be challenging too. But when you have somebody in your life and you can both help with everything and share in it, and maybe there are things that you hate doing that she doesn't mind doing and vice versa, it could be a beautiful thing. You just have to put in the work like you would with all of the projects that you are doing right now. You have to put in the work. And yes, this is a human being. And yes, women like some romance. And yes, you might feel a little icky saying you're beautiful or saying the mushy things that she likes to hear, but you will get so much in return. And it's just like anything else. You have to practice it and get comfortable with it. Some things aren't comfortable at first. Using sappy language might be hard at first, but when you see how delighted she is when you do that, it's great. And learning to care about another human being and look out for her and be her protector and provider and helping her and seeing her elevate can be so rewarding. So my challenge for you today is to figure out why love is the answer. It is at the core of everything. And you are missing out. But don't convince everyone else to miss out. If that's something that you want to do it on your own while you figure out why you are settling when it comes to your romantic love life. What's that Miley Cyrus song? I think it's called Flowers, where she's talking about all the things she can do for herself. Like she can get herself flowers, and I'm saying it different because I don't want to copyright. But she says all these things that she can do for herself. And the first time I heard that song, I was like, that's some bull. You know what? That is just bull. Like, I don't want to buy myself flowers. I want him to buy me flowers because it feels different. It hits different. Of course you can do nice things for yourself, but come on now. Are we going to all start lying to ourselves? She knows that's not what she wants. She's just trying to convince herself to be okay and not fall to pieces because she's broken up with somebody that she once deeply loved. I think that's a freaking cop-out. That is some bull. And I heard a guy also talk about all the things he can do by himself that are just as wonderful, if not more so, than if he was coupled up with somebody else. That's some bull. I like to start with the truth. I don't like to lie. And I think it's funny how people will blatantly lie to everybody when they know that is not how they feel at the core. You are putting up your protective barriers and you are not allowing yourself to experience what you were made for, and that's love. There is a soul lurking, looking, waiting, wanting you. And there are too many men and women out here who have found true love, who have found euphoria, who love it. And they will tell you, you cannot elevate to your highest height if you are not partnered in love. And some people might argue with that, but it's something about being with another person that brings out a piece of you, a part of you that even challenges you in ways that you would never challenge yourself. And some of those things might be difficult and they may not be as fun, but it's good for you. It can help you to be a better person, a more loving person, a more giving person, a selfless person, less selfish person. Those are important things in this life. Sometimes if you don't learn to care for another soul, like dive deeply into that, you are not leveling up to the highest point for which you were made. There are so many other things that you will be capable of doing when you take the risk of love. So love is the answer. Love is the answer to a lot of things that you haven't figured out how to answer. Love is the answer to greater heights, greater things, to the elevation of what life can bring. Because when you go to heaven, there will be no more mating and relating. This is your one chance to do it. So why not do it? And just because you failed in one relationship does not mean that you fail in another. You pick up your bootstraps, you do some deep evaluation. Yeah, you might have a list of things that other person did. Look at their age, look at their quote unquote immaturity at that point, because they were learning just like you were. So they made some mistakes, but so did you. What could you do differently? Instead of, you don't want to get married because you might end up paying child support, look at what you have done in relationships. And have you gotten to know someone long enough that you start to connect to them and see the good in them, the depth in them, the soul and the love in them, and what it does for you? Have you given somebody a real chance? And if that didn't work, give someone else a chance. Change up a couple of things. Did you pour into that woman? Did you help her? What are some things that you did? And ladies, same thing. What could you do differently in your next relationship so that you can experience love? So that have you figured out what men like and what they don't like? Are you elevating each other? Are you giving each other what the other person needs? So yeah, love is the answer. So we got to figure this thing out. So hey, beautiful people, thanks for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments and what topics you want me to explore next. Your feedback means so much to me. Let's keep this adventure going. Don't break up with me. Be sure to subscribe and like the video. Check out my books on Amazon for insights on enhancing your love life, navigating narcissistic personalities, and exploring the 16 Myers-Briggs personality types. Links are in the description. You're amazing, and I can't wait to see you on the next video.